Hey, this is Rio, Journey of the Reborn Akkadian, Lord of Water. I was tagged some clips here and I put them together. So I'm going to be going through them with you today. I want you to drop a comment and let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe. Appreciate that if you could. If not, let's just keep on viewing until you could. So these videos are just for entertainment purposes only and educational. So y'all decide, the people decide if this is truth or untruth.
You don't ever want to touch the receipts on thermal paper. These thermal paper receipts contain BPA and BPS. These are endocrine disrupting chemicals that can actually be absorbed through your skin. Just touching one at a grocery store every once in a while isn't the end of the world, but I would like to avoid as many endocrine disruptors in my life, thank you, as I can.
Wow. I didn't know
Trying to get us.
You know, you learn new stuff every day, so I will not be asking for a receipt anymore. I'll just take it.
Me either.
Email receipt from now on my phone.
Seriously.
On my iPad. I'm definitely not touching these receipts, but I think we should start a movement, the no receipt movement, and maybe it'll catch on.
I don't know about that because the no movement is also is to know. So no is also to know movement.
Maybe we'll change the world. So let's go, baby.
Watch this right here and tell me if this doesn't blow your mind. That's a human hair, right?
Blow your mind? What do you want people to heads blow off? Are you crazy?
Here. This is the Apple CPU, the little chip that's in your phone or your computer. Yeah, watch it and tell me this is not fallen angel technology. I don't know what to say.
You forgot we are in the Matrix.
Because nobody can make something like this. Not even a laser can shoot down that far and create something like this. Yep, just keep watching. We're going way deep. Oh yeah, we're not done yet. It goes further. Yep. And we hit the bottom, finally. This is just, it blows my mind. I cannot.
So if it blows your mind, you're still alive though, right?
I can't even fathom it. I can't understand it. But that's exactly what fallen angel technology does. You can't even imagine. You can't imagine it. Can't create it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Although you forgot who you are, just know that you are an ancient. You ain't a chosen one. You are an ancient one. And you belong to a civilization out of this dome that is so beautiful. Yeah.
What is this world in your opinion?
It's just like a divine holographic reality.
Yeah, Matrix.
Where everything is like every molecule, every atom contains the whole, and everything is like from the macrocosm to the microcosm is like a reflection, and we are the whole universe and like the smallest piece.
I don't know if we're the whole universe, because if we were the whole universe, there'd be a hole in the middle of the earth. I mean, yeah, of course, there's a hole on top, the north side of the earth, probably down on the bottom. But it would be called the whole Earth or the whole universe.
At the same time, and yeah, it's just the most divine game possible, where everything literally is possible, and we
so
have like 100% of the power of like
Joy.
What is our reality, what is like, yeah, what is this screen, what we choose to experience. And it's so beautiful when we all like realize and remember like, holy moly, we are the creators, yeah! So that we can just together create this most beautiful world and truly see everyone else as a god and a goddess, and we're all creating and uplift each other and then co-create the most beautiful world. Like,
You know, you gotta ask yourself this question: when was the last time you sent love to the supercomputer master of this simulation that controls this all of this, hologram? When was the last time you sent love to that supercomputer master out there, called Source? So think about that.
It's okay, we don't want to fight. It just comes from, this ancient belief that we are limited and that we are separated and that we have to fight to survive. But it's not true. We are a whole organism working together. And once we align with the intention of that organism, then everything comes in naturally. And that's what I feel is happening now.
If you'll indulge me, I'd like to read 2 pages from advice from the extraterrestrials. Yes, it's true that we have been in contact with your government and heads of power. It is also true that we have been It is also true that agreements have been made and kept secret from your people. It is also true that in the past some of your people have lost their lives or have been badly hurt to protect this secret.
Just be honest. It ain't a secret anymore. It's out there. And there's a lot of people making contact with these powerful, advanced living ships out there, these civilizations, and it ain't a secret. Now, if they're going to keep telling you a secret, it's because they think that you're just, someone dumb who doesn't know anything about the contact or ET contact.
Our hands had no part in this. We contacted your leaders because your planet is in grave trouble.
They should contact me. I'm a leader. I'm a reborn Sumerian Akkadian Lord of Water. So they could contact me. If you're viewing this extraterrestrial, advanced loving individuals out there and you're trying to make contact with the leaders here, just know that the people is actually way bigger, bigger in population than the ones in, control. What I'm trying to say is that, it isn't, I don't think the ones placed in these positions have power, but it's all about the people now. It's not about them.
Leaders said the vast majority of your population wasn't ready for anything like us yet. So we made time agreements with your leaders as to when your people would be made aware of our presence. Your air, your water are contaminated. Your forests, jungles, trees, and plant life are dying. There are several breaks in your food chain. You have an overwhelming amount of nuclear and biological weapons, which include nuclear and biological contamination. Your planet is overpopulated. Warning, it is almost to the point of being too late, unless your people act. There are better ways of deriving energy and food needs without causing your planet any damage. Those in power are aware of this and have the capability of putting these methods into worldwide use. Those in power view it as a military and security threat. That upset me. You mean to tell me that the people in power have the ability to save and better the planet?
Exactly. We have the power. The extraterrestrials that have been viewing us for a long time don't have to go to these top leaders. We could choose. We could vote. We could make a huge vote and say, we would love these extraterrestrials to govern this place, to be the president of this place, to change this place.
And they aren't doing it? Amnesty. What do you mean? Complete amnesty to those in power, governments and leaders who have been suppressing the truth, that they can't be held liable for any past wrong deeds. It is the only way these leaders can come forward with the truth. It is necessary that you do this in order to work together and survive.
Well, they also should know that the extraterrestrials that have been viewing us for a long time should learn that there's been a lot of civilizations that have gone down to the underground because of this, because there was a force that was actually going to be taking over the surface that they couldn't go to war against. And these leaders that are governing us, controlling us, they don't care really. And so, yeah.
Believe the earth is flat and there's a dome over it?
Yes.
Can you prove this?
Absolutely. Think about this. Why did almost every ancient civilization describe a flat earth under a dome, or what they called the firmament? Egyptians, Hebrews, and even secret societies like the Freemasons show the same thing in their symbols. Look at the Bible. Genesis says, God made the firmament and divided the waters above from the waters below. Now, here's the wild part. If you zoom in on stars with a powerful camera, like a Nikon P900, they don't look like distant balls of fire. They shimmer, like they're underwater. Does that sound like outer space to you, or water above the dome? And let's talk about the North Star. If we were spinning and flying through space at crazy speeds, the stars should be moving randomly, but they don't. They rotate in perfect circles around the North Star, as if everything out there is turning while we stay still. Now, why would they hide this from us? It's simple. Control. If you knew the truth, that Earth is flat and surrounded by a dome, you'd start questioning everything. The elites want us believing in endless space to keep us chasing distractions. It's easier to control people when they don't know their place in the world. The truth? It's been right there in ancient texts and symbols all along. They've hidden it in plain sight, and we've just been too busy to notice.
Ancestry DNA, it was never about helping you find your family. They told you it was about reconnecting with your past. They told you it was about discovering your roots, your lineage, your history. They told you it was about finding long-lost relatives.
And that's what I used to think too, because I was on there like looking for, family on there and stuff. And I'm like, it was just, family here and there. And that was about it. But I didn't know it was a trap.
They lied. Ancestry DNA was never about helping you find your family. It was about tracking bloodlines. It was about finding lost kings, rulers, and disruptors who once threatened the system. The ones who have returned in new bodies, new lifetimes, new identities. Because history is not linear. It loops. And the rulers of today, they know that their old enemies are being reborn.
Whoa. No wonder there's 80% of the civilizations that's been here for thousands of years. They love me. There's actually 20% of the civilization. They give me these anger eyes. There's also, I'm not saying that reptilians are all bad. There's positive ones that love me. They invite me to the family gatherings, the cookouts, the events, and also the meditation gatherings. And the other ones, they give me the anger eye. They dislike me because, as a reborn, decayed load of water, I could view, them malfunctioning in the water. It happens all the time. Their face and their tongue sticking out really fast when they're talking really fast. So they don't like that. What I'm saying? They don't like these masters out here. What I'm saying? But what could they do? What I'm saying? It's like the ones who control are aware about that there is a powerful advanced civilization that they could do whatever they want inside this bubble, and they're protecting a lot of kings and lords out there.
They won't do anything to stop them from waking up. They can trace every bloodline, every descendant, every possible return of an old ruler, an exiled king, or a lost revolutionary. And if someone is born with the wrong DNA, a genetic signature that once belonged to a threat to their system, they know immediately. And they can stop them before they wake up.
Well, luckily, I was, protected and cloaked. So now that I'm here, what I'm saying, make sure to subscribe and, share that love. Share this with everyone because, while I'm here. But if y'all can just place it back on me and just check me out and nothing more, don't even drop a comment. What I'm saying? How is this channel ever going to grow?
Do you really think the elite care if you're 5% Viking or 10% Italian?
I want you to watch this video and tell me what you think.
So let me explain why the telepathic question that you're asking is being asked in the first place.
Okay.
This planet has been run as literally a prison for thousands of years. And how is a prison run? It's a prison by it puts people in the prison and it doesn't let them get out of the prison. Now, it's a psychological prison. It's not a prison with bars, but that's how advanced prisons in the galaxy are operated.
Yeah.
What happens is, we don't use the word soul or spirit. We use the word Isby. Everybody is in Isby. You're in Isby. I'm in Isby. Everybody's in Isby.
I'm the most powerful, advanced Isby in the entire galaxy. No, I would say probably the most powerful Isby here inside this dome world.
An Isby is someone who is simply for the purpose of being. Now, you cannot kill an Isby. You cannot kill a person. You can kill the body, but you can't kill the person. The person's Isby is the real person. You can not kill an Isby, but you can deceive an Isby. You can lie to an Isby. You can trap an Isby. You can enslave an Isby, but you can't kill the Isby. So, it used to be in the galaxy that death was a means of transportation. Someone dies and then they say, okay, I'm getting out of there. If it wasn't a nice place to be, and they go someplace else. However, how do you stop that in places? Now, if you remember the former Soviet Union, people used to try to get out of the former Soviet Union. Ballet dancers like Rudolf Nureyev and Mikhail Baryshnikov, they had to escape during times when they were walking between aircraft and like on a Paris airport. They had to run for help and ask for permission to be able to stay. So, totalitarian, authoritarian societies try to keep people in and not let people out. So, with regard to authoritarian, totalitarian groups within the galaxy, it would turn out to be the same way. They would lose their entire population. Every time a person died, they would just go someplace else. So they had to stop that from happening, and that involved technology. So what happens is, when somebody dies, the normal process, in fact, the normal process elsewhere in the galaxy, is when you die, it's not a surprise, the body simply stops functioning, you pop out of it. Everyone can still see you, you can see them. You don't lose your bank account, you don't lose your car, you don't lose your wife, your husband, your spouse, your friends, or anything. Everybody knows you're still there, and you can get another body, or if you feel like it, you can go from the beginning and be a baby again, but you don't lose that stuff because everyone knows that the body is not you. So why does that not work here on Earth? Because this prison system has been set up with extremely advanced technology. You have to understand, we are talking about civilizations that have been around for like 1 million years, and everything that can be invented has been invented. Technology is not the cutting edge of science out there in the galaxy. The cutting edge of science is social science, trying to figure out how societies can operate in new ways of societies developing in the galaxy. But what we have now is a situation where you die, physically the body dies, and information has been kept from you while you're alive as a physical being. So you die sort of ignorant, and then as soon as you die, you see the light. You've heard that story? Well, that's true. You see the light and you get drawn to the light. It's like a magnetic pull, very warm, embracing light, and pulls you in.
I think he also left out the part where when you see the light, you have to look behind you and you have to look up above. So when you look above, there's going to be these, what looks like cheese holes. And you have to visualize yourself levitating higher and higher and higher and higher. Now, if one of these individuals, obviously, the light beings, they look like light, they look like people from the other side, they're like, hey, we want you to be with us, trapping you to go with them. What I'm saying? You have the power to kind of like shrug them off and they'll just flinch somewhere far away. But as you're levitating higher, 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 you go through these cheese holes, there's planes. So you got to keep going to the highest level. And when you get out to the highest level, that's where basically it's like you're out of this dome. So when you're out of this dome, you could reincarnate into any position you want, and or go to another galaxy, another world, where you could be a master or a lord, a mystic, in another beautiful advanced world, and there's going to be space for you there.
And then if you start to resist it and fight it, it's like being stuck in a fly trap. The more you resist, the more you get stuck. And it draws you in. And then once you're in, you get zapped with a lightning, essentially a high voltage bolt that's way higher voltage than, say, a lightning bolt. You get zapped with a high voltage shock, like shock treatment. And you can't be killed, but you can be rattled. And what happens is you lose your memory, you lose your telepathic capabilities, you lose your remote viewing perceptual capabilities, you're just stunned. And then an AI comes out, you've heard this story before, an AI comes out and says, you're a very important person, and we've been talking about your case with the Council of Elders. You see the Council of Elders over there? Yeah. Well, we have been thinking, the arguments you used to have with your mother, and your daughter has been sort of, she's got some troubles going on, and then the communication you had with your husband was not the best, and your wife was thinking that, remember what happened with your father? We think that you could work on a few of the personality issues just a little bit more, and we think if you went back and just sort of struggled and worked on these personality issues, you could really become sort of perfect. But it's up to you. It's a free will. You can decide for yourself. Well, without memory, without telepathic capabilities, without perceptual capabilities, you inevitably say, sure, sounds good to me. I'll go back and work on a few of the fine points of my personality. And then you go back in. So when you see the light, that's tech you're looking at. You're looking at tech. You're not looking at God. It's technology.
Think about it. Have a nice day. Militants out.
Who are these special people that get to go outside of the wall or through the wall? Very beautiful. Well, there you go. Thanks for viewing this video, this long video from beginning to end. I hope you loved it. Drop a comment, like, subscribe. Peace out.